Hello there everybody, it is me Freezer Bunny and welcome back to another house building video. Today this is actually going to be the first time that I'm going to be building a house for the world that I'm working on, which is the Sims version of Versailles, France. So I'm really excited to welcome you guys to the first ever house building video of a house in Versailles, France sim version. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so this is going to be an apartment house, as I've said, located in the world of Versailles. Currently not yet released, but there are several beta, alpha, whatever you want to call it, versions of it out. You guys check out the links in Mod The Sims. I have a couple of Versailles videos in my channel, and definitely a lot of them have links to those. But anyway, this is going to be an apartment building, and I'll probably link the stuff in the description below so you guys don't have to, search. But, just go back a couple of pages if you guys do happen to stumble upon my Mod The Sims page, and you'll definitely see links to several beta versions of this world so you guys can see for yourself what you're gonna be getting yourselves into, I guess. But yeah, this is going to be an apartment similar to what we have in Late Night. Okay guys, so the only difference is that unlike Late Night, which most apartments are placed in rabbit holes or like in a shell type structure, this is entirely made of pretty much the same style that you would build your house. So yeah, it is a French style building that is a corner lot, and it has the mansard roofs, it has like wrought iron detail later and all that good stuff. Yes, this is the floor plan of it. I'm just pretty much like making my way through through this house building video and trying to be as clear as possible. This wallpaper is going to be used all throughout the world, and this is going to symbolize like the empty room or the rooms that your Sims will not be able to access. So there's going to be many lots in this world that are very large, and because of that, parts of the lot are going to be accessible, and that is where I'm going to be using the wall and floor texture for. Okay, now I'm going to be placing the windows, and I'm going to place the wall. There we go. And I colored it this really nice white wash type of color. I thought that was really nice, and really it had lots of detail, and it showcased the house really well. That's why it shows that color. So you guys can probably see that this is composed of 3 separate structures. The ones that your Sims are going to be able to occupy is just the central structure, and yeah, like the structure that I'm coloring right now is going to be where the apartment is going to be located. The other 2, as well as parts of the central house, are going to be inaccessible to Sims. So very much similar to your apartments in Bridgeport, where you cannot access the whole thing. It's going to be very similar to, actually it's going to be exactly like that. And I'm just placing the windows all over the place. And yeah, by the way, you guys, if you guys haven't probably noticed, this is actually a considerably long video. It is 39.42 minutes long, and I just wanted to tell you guys that, to give you guys pretty much a head start that this is going to take a while. But yeah, right now I'm just doing the windows on the upper floor. You guys can see that the windows on the topmost floor are different. That is because that is where I'm going to be placing the unit that your Sims are going to be able to rent. It is going to be a 2x2 bedroom apartment on one floor. It has a kitchen, a bathroom, a laundry room, and dining room and living room, as well as 2 bedrooms, as I just said. And this is the attic area, and I'm just choosing the right roof window, if that makes sense, and just to make things a little bit more perfect. Even though it's impossible to achieve like ultimate perfection, we could always try. One more thing, you guys, I would really like to hear your guys' opinion on the speed of this video that we currently have. In the previous building videos that I did, in this speed build style, like, people have noted the fact that they were a little bit too fast. So hopefully this time it is slower, and it's going to be easy to watch and understand as well. So definitely comment down below what you guys think. I'm really interested and the torrent just popped up there because I'm downloading while I'm building this house. But anyway, okay, working on the floor plan for the upper floor. Yeah, like I said, 2 bedrooms. We have a what do you call it? Laundry area, and also a bathroom as well as the kitchen. Kitchen, dining room, and living room who form the whole open plan area of the house. So that's going to be really interesting. Okay, so that's the floor. It's made of light wood for now, but later I'm going to change it to a more darker chocolatey wood. And the white walls I kept because I thought they were really French. They have this really nice detail on top of it with the molding, which I thought were really cool. And choosing the floor tiles were really interesting because I really like this floor tile in particular because it has that really beautiful detail. Basically my idea for this apartment was that it is old, of course, like many things in France. It is aged, and it just got more beautiful with age. And the floor tiles that I've used for the bathroom, which is the larger one of the tiled rooms, by the way, is going to it's going to show that age, I believe. And yeah, and it still kind of has a nice little romantic feel to it. And okay, for the doors, these are only temporary doors. I will change them later to a more practical door, I guess. These ones just look too stately to me. And even though like this apartment that I'm building right now is kind of on the upper end of stuff, I think it's still kind of an upper middle class apartment, not necessarily like upper class, but you know what, we'll live with it. Okay, so working on the kitchen, I really like building kitchens this way because I think that it makes the counters look like they're built in, which is really important for me because the counters are really supposed to look built in. That's why I put a half wall in the middle of it, and on one side it's going to be a bar, and on the other side it's going to be a cooking area slash preparing prep area for your food. And the counters that I have here are like they're not final. I mean, I'm gonna be changing that later just because I thought that why the heck not? They can afford some decent furniture, they can afford a 2-bedroom apartment, they can pretty much afford some better counters. And okay, in this part of the video, I'm going to be coloring the rest of the exteriors of the house, doing the rest of the exteriors of the house pretty much. This one house is really cool. It's the 2 shops that sandwich the L-shaped kind of wing that we have is going to it's pretty much going to be shop houses, both of them. So on the bottom floor, those are going to be shops. So I thought that would be really interesting. There's going to be tons of shops in this world, and yeah, I can't wait for it to finish. I think it just gives so much life to the world itself, and yeah, I can't wait for you guys to see the finished product because this house in particular I'm really proud of. I'm gonna put some arched windows on that lower floor and some rectangular windows on the upper floor, which I will add a couple of more windows on the upper floor of that as well. And later on I will put the shop front, but for now I'm just placing windows temporarily. And of course I chose a different window to place on the roof just so that it would match the color of the dormer windows, if I'm making any sense. And there's also a balcony because it is not a French house without a balcony that is made of wrought iron. I think that those are just freaking awesome and freaking stunning, and yeah, I want one. But we have a concrete balcony, but whatever. Enough me talk. Okay, so let's see here. What else do we have? Okay, we are going to color the second of the unoccupiable houses, I guess. This one is going to be more of a really white color. It's really radiant white, to make it stand out against the pearly white color of the middle house in the corner, I guess. And yeah, it's gonna be white all throughout, and it's also gonna have a nice little blue-green or green olive green, Irish green shop front. So that's gonna be really interesting. By the way, I'm just noticing that the video is considerably slower right now, and you really notice a difference. Hopefully, you guys are feeling better about watching the videos, because I definitely think that they are worth watching, especially if you guys are really freaking obsessed with French architecture. This is really something that you guys cannot miss, and I'm sure you guys are going to be familiar with the fact that it's also very similar to the bake shop venue that we have in this store last April. So by no means I was inspired by it. I'm just pointing that out because I do see a resemblance. So if you guys notice that, I totally understand if you guys say so, but I'm pretty sure you guys are awesome, so y'all are gonna shut up. But yeah, kidding. So yeah, I'm just putting some nice little details on the shop front, and on this side I'm gonna be placing some doors. On that side I'm gonna be placing some windows, and also on the back side as well, and some nice little smaller windows so that I can put that nice little detail over there on the shop front above it. And let's see here what else I'm doing. Okay, the roofs here got a little bit screwed up because some roof levels are different. Some roof levels are shorter than others, some are taller than others, and I just want to make all of them the equal size, just so it's easier to see the building itself and all that good stuff. And okay, just coloring in those pediments or something, really cool. I love that. But I am going to lower the I'm gonna lower the roofs. There we go, and so that it would actually look like an actual mansard roof. Okay, so we are now 11 minutes into this 39-minute, almost 40-minute house building video. But yeah, that is the interior. Working again on the bathroom, I'm gonna be choosing a very practical shower, I guess, that also comes with a bathtub. I really recommend this item because I think it is awesome personally. And for the bathtub, it's pretty much just going to be very similar to what we have on the walls and on the floors. Very much going to be the same material, just because every time I build a bathroom, like I've said earlier, I want it to be matchy and I want it to look like everything is built in, so that is the reason why. So yeah, there's also some counters so that we can put some sinks and some mirrors and a toilet as well. That is the same material that we have, just to make everything a little bit more cohesive and yeah, interesting, I guess. This will change a little bit though, so yeah, it's not the final product, but it's very close to what we have. All throughout the house building process, there's gonna be some changes, some minor and some major changes as well, but that is just part of building a house. You never know what to expect, you never know what to aim for specifically, but once you figure it out, everything will fall into place neatly, hopefully. And yeah, that's the bathroom. I tried to put some plants over here. Actually, I tried to put some plants like all over the house and some clutter just to make it look more lived in, but I did realize that I prefer it to be like to have as less furniture as possible, because I just prefer it to have as less furniture as possible because that would make the world easier to work on, especially in slow computers. But this world is gonna have pretty much every single lot type, or at least one lot type from every single expansion pack. So you guys should definitely prepare your computer if you guys want to rock this world, which will be uploaded really soon. And I keep clicking on the town, on the edit town button, which is right next to the walls up button, which is really confusing. Hopefully they'll fix that in The Sims 4. Wink to EA if anyone's listening. But yeah, I'm just trying to match the bathroom properly, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. There's no clutter, but it looks like it makes sense, guys. And let's see here. Okay, it looks like, okay, I'm gonna be putting those bar stools, which I'm still gonna replace anyway, but I am going to color them a nice leather color scheme, and eventually, though, I became indecisive and decided to change them myself. But you know what, whatever, it'll work. I think overall the look of this apartment that I'm going for was chic and, you know, very French, I guess, you know, really really chic and really just pretty much like I don't know, like just chic, I guess. And I did say that I went minimal with the furnishings because I wanted to look as if it hasn't been lived in. So if you guys download the world that I'm going to be uploading hopefully in the next couple of months, whether or not it's complete, I will upload it. And when you guys move into this house, you will feel like you are the first owners of this house. And I think that's just really really important to, you know, make you guys feel like this house was made for your Sims. Okay, and yes, as I've said, I did change the floors. I made them into a beautiful dark wood, which I really really love the look of it, by the way. And I changed the counters to this one, which is you know, I think it's a better design overall, and I think it fits the overall theme of the house that I was going for, which is chic and very sophisticated, almost cold kind of way, but there's also like some nice little details such as the wrought iron and, you know, all that good stuff that really make the house unique on its own. So I'm pretty sure you guys will appreciate that because you guys have amazing taste and I love you guys so much. Okay, I'm just putting the lights over there above the counter so that your Sims can see properly when they're eating. Okay, it is time to furnish the house, and first of all, starting with a rug to delineate the space between the dining room and the living room. So pretty much one rug is equal to one living room and one dining room. It makes me establish the space easier, I guess, and I'm really really excited to show you guys what I did with the dining table. Personally, I'm really proud of how it turned out. You know, I don't think I've never done something like this before, and I'm really really happy with how it turned out. I'm really really proud. Love that it looks like that, and I put something in the middle as well. And I love like how, I don't know, I just love how it looks. You know, it's really different from what I've ever done before. I guess that's why I'm so happy about it. And now moving on to the living room, I guess. Let's see here. I tried to put lights there. Yeah, okay, I'm going to be placing some bookshelves, of course, because these are an absolute necessity, because almost all the skills that you can learn in this game can be learned through reading books. So if you do not have space, you can definitely reach out to that bookshelf, purchase the book from the bookstore, and, you know, just move on with your life. And we have that bookshelf as well from Town Life stuff, which I eventually replaced because I realized that the house kind of needed to have a fireplace. So I decided to change everything and you know, just make minor adjustments, I guess, not necessarily everything. I changed the TV into a flat screen TV that's mounted on the wall, and I plopped in a nice little fireplace, but that will be seen later, I guess. And yeah, the sofa is going to have the same color as the dining chairs, and I am going to be thinking quite a lot on how many sofas I'm gonna place because it literally looks kind of crowded actually. But yeah, it's really really interesting. Overall, I went with just 2 sofas and some coffee tables as well. So I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I'm very proud of the results of it. Of course, right now I'm just playing with the sofa. I really didn't know, but I ended up with the two love seats, so that your Sims could have plenty of space to watch the romantic movies, chick flicks, and all that good stuff in this house. And really interesting. And if you guys didn't realize that the balcony on this floor is wraparound, so from anywhere and from any room you're gonna have a view of outside. On the left side right now of the screen, there is going to be the river, and on the right side of the screen, bottom part of the screen, it's facing towards the town. Hopefully, if you guys have oriented yourself properly, you guys are already familiar with what to expect, I guess. And yeah, like Okay, this is the part where I'm gonna be working on the laundry area. Yay! And you know what? For the utility and stuff, I did not change that much stuff. I did not change the color. I did not change much, because who really cares? These things are meant to be functional, not decorative. And I also experimented with trying to put curtains, but I realized that it was just not working, and it was covering a lot of the architectural features that I really want to highlight and stand out in this house. So I ended up deciding not to put any curtains, not to put any wall hangings as well, especially like paintings and stuff, just because I want you guys to be able to personalize this house yourselves, especially when you move in. You're gonna get a beautiful canvas to personalize with your paintings, with your plants, with your sculptures. And now I'm gonna place the bar stools for this bar, and those are gonna be they're gonna be wrought iron, which I love the details of the wrought iron, by the way, and they are going to have the same textures as the ones that are like on the sofa, and I believe on the sofa and on the dining chairs as well. Love that dining room, can't get over it. And I also wanted to put a lampshade where the sofas are, but I don't know, unfortunately it looked like I was forcing it. It looked really forced, so I decided to go against it. Okay, we are now working on the secondary bedroom. It could be the guest room of the children, or it could also be the guest room for guests. Of course, guest room for the children. No, it could be the children's bedroom, blah. But you know what? The bedrooms pretty much have the same furniture. I really didn't want to go all out. Like I've said, this is just an apartment. If you guys have seen the apartments in late night, those are like scantily furnished. Like, it's not even funny. They put very little effort on furnishing the apartments just because it is a freaking apartment. Your Sims are not going to live like generations in that apartment. Hopefully, well, if you have a very big apartment, then, that's something to think about otherwise. But yeah, this is going to be the secondary bedroom. There's a nice little sitting area right there next to the window, and you guys can see the wrought iron grills as well. I love that feature. And I'm going to be placing the vanity, or the armoire, the cabinet, and also a mirror as well, trying to figure out which is the right and proper mirror to place. And I ended up with this one. Those two are actually a set that came with I believe they're a set that came with Ambition. So I really love that mirror. It's really ornate and really awesome. And right now I'm building the master bedroom, which is actually quite large. There is room there for a chaise lounge, which I will put a little bit later on, but you guys can see that pretty much it is the opposite layout of the adjacent room, and I love that because I don't know, I think it brings a lot of melody and harmony, and it shows that I really think about this when I'm building. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. The lights got too much for me, so I ended up reducing the lights by a lot. Like, I was like, the bedrooms are really, really bright, but the living room legit has like only one light to illuminate it. So I was like, I don't know, I'm okay with like very moody lighting, especially at night. I think very moody lighting is freaking awesome, and I think it does a lot for the atmosphere of the game. And there we go, that chaise lounge, one of my favorite features in this house. Still sticking with that monochromatic, not necessarily monochromatic, but very repetitive and redundant color scheme. I love it though. It looks really cohesive to me, and I'm really proud of how it's turned out. I love how I placed those screens over there to the left, but unfortunately I don't feel like it belongs in this. I don't think it belongs in this house. I think it makes the master bedroom on the left there look like it is a period set, and that is definitely a big no-no for me. So, later on in the building episode, I'm going to be showing you guys that I deleted that, and I pretty much changed the layout. So there we go. We are now changing the layout of the living room. As I've said, I really wanted to place a fireplace, and that's the reason why I placed a flat screen TV, is so that the Sims would still be able to watch the TV while enjoying a nice fire during the cold winter time here in France. Tried to sneak in a I tried to sneak in a bookshelf, but since we already had a bookshelf, I was like, why not? Why the freaking heck not? Like, but I ended up not placing it anyway. And also those CDs as well. I ended up not placing them because I thought it was too kind of casual for like a very sophisticated, house like this one. And try to put some plants as well. But like I've said, I really don't want it to be personal, because if I get attached on something specific, it's going to be very difficult to make the decisions that I have to, in case like, I don't know, in case I have to fix something. And so my solution for that, I'm pretty sure you guys have already heard it a million times from me, is to pretty much just try to make the house as simple as possible and place as little as possible objects in the house, pretty much just like what your Sims need. And you guys are free to customize whatever you want and however you feel. And yeah, we are working on the lobby, by the way. The one that we are in is the lobby. And on the outside, we have... Those windows are going to be removed, by the way. So if you guys are wondering why we have like some windows that are very, very modern and from what is that word? Isla Paradisa, don't worry, those are going to be removed. The reason I put those was just to see whether or not the floors and the walls are being lit properly, because they do change quite a bit with different lighting. So I just wanted to make sure I had the right color, I had the right pattern, and that's why I chose to do it, placing those windows so that my Sims, so that I could pretty much estimate and calculate properly, like how dark a specific tile would be, how worn out it would be, and all that good stuff. And yeah, there's an archway over there that leads to the 2 elevators, by the way. There's 2 elevators in this lot. Really, really interesting. It's the first time I've done elevators in one of my games in a while, so this is going to be really interesting. Hopefully, I was able to place them properly and all that good stuff. And here I'm debating what wallpaper to use. I ended up with this one on the right, and I was like, whoa, that's stunning. And I'm also gonna place it on the freaking elevator lobby. And yeah, I'm gonna recolor the elevators just so they match with everything. I love it when everything matches, because like I've said, I love built-ins. I think they make the house look really freaking awesome. And if you have built-ins, that means that the architect and the engineer really thought about the house and really thought about how the house would drive, like as if it was like a melody being played. And that is like my mantra every time I'm building. It's the melody. Everything has to... Not everything has to make sense, but everything has to feed off each other and bring out the best in each other. And I think that's what I did in this house building video. And okay, we're going to be putting the stairs, which actually took me quite a while, so I had to cut some parts out of it. Basically, the stairs are going to run for 1, 2, 3 or 4 flights. So I was like, for me, one of the more important things in building houses in The Sims is seeing whether or not the creator is good at making stairs and incorporating them in the house, because stairs take up a lot of space, and if you don't take advantage of the fact that you can show it off and the fact that it could be an eyepiece, is a very bad decision. That's why usually the stairs that I use are very prominent and very visible as well. Okay, I'm going to be using some stairs from Island Paradise and also railings from Island Paradise. The sad part is the railings have some... It has some pattern which cannot be replaced. They don't have like an empty version of it. But yeah, that's what I dislike. It's because that pretty much. But there is some very beautiful wrought iron grills as well on it. And I was like, you know what? The pattern really doesn't take away from the beauty of this railing. And I thought that it was just perfect for the stairs and perfect for like the whole French atmosphere that we're going for. So I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. And yeah, just making sure that the fence is properly colored, and of course the game is loading quite a bit. So yeah, putting the finishing touches on the elevator, and yeah, just making sure that all the elevators are properly placed. Move objects on sheet, plop in some floors, plop in some elevators, and yeah, 4 flights of stairs. And hopefully your Sims would have no problem You know, hopefully the Sims will have no problem like getting from one place to another, especially climbing up and down those ladders or climbing up and down using the elevators. It's gonna be really, really interesting, especially in this freaking glitchy game. I was like, what the hell? And yeah, the floor tiles originally have a different pattern, but because of the fact that lots of stuff were like changed and mixed around, so yeah, like that's why. That is pretty much why like I had to make the floor tiles just one singular, well, not exactly one singular design, but a more subdued design than what I had in mind. You know, I really did have to compromise, but it didn't feel like I was delivering a second-rate product anyway, so I'm really, really happy with the results of it still. I think it actually looks better than the original because I don't think it overwhelms the room as that much. On this one side, I think it's okay and it's really good, and yeah. And I'm putting the windows just to give some light to the hallways and to the staircase area over here. And okay, hopefully it's going well. Just making sure that all the windows match the walls and the floors and also the windows outside. And there's also a door there that leads to the back, which is kind of going to be the garden and stuff. So really, really interesting. Okay, we have finally hit the 30-minute time of this video. I'm really, really tired, but you guys, let me just take a deep breath. Okay, I'm good. Let's push through this. 9 more minutes and we're all good. Okay, like I've said, I did change the doors because I think that the first choice that I made was too much, and right now I'm really happy with my second choice of the door. I think it's just okay. I think it's really complements the house itself. So yeah, right here I also had a very tricky part with what lamp to use and where to put it. Eventually I did use some sheets to be able to place some lamps and all that good stuff, just because, you know, the hallway is kind of a creepy place for me, but it's also a very used place. I don't understand why I would find it creepy though. But yeah, pretty much like the lamp, I tried to recolor it, I tried to make it look different, but you know what, I ended up going with the original lamp design, and I was like, you know, after quite a while of figuring it out, I was like, freaking fuck it, you know, like, I'm gonna go with the original lamp design, not this one, by the way, like the first ever one that I placed, and change the color of it a bit, and, you know, make sure that it complements what everyone is wearing and also doesn't block the item so that everything works. And I'm gonna place those, yeah, right there in the middle of the elevator, which I think it was a really neat trick. And the interesting thing is that in the hallway there's only 2 lights. So there's only 2 lights. Oh, I take that back. I used the lights. You know what? I thought I would change them, but I did use these wall sconces over here that are like beautiful half of a plate or half of a wine glass and all that good stuff. And yeah, I just placed, if you guys haven't seen, I just placed a mailbox for apartments, which you guys can find in By Debug. And you guys can see when I placed, if you guys move a couple of seconds backwards, before when I placed that mailbox, the apartment mailbox, the mailbox that we have, like the normal house mailbox, disappeared. And this is a caller box. So every time your sim is being visited by a friend of theirs, they're gonna have to type in your name or something and make a call for you pretty much. So I put it in a very prominent place. There's not gonna be any furniture in the lobby because I thought that was just too much. And honestly, I live in a condominium myself and we do not have furniture in our lobby very much. And the lobby is not the focus of all the attention, I guess. So I was like, okay, coolness. In front of the mailbox, I believe I will put a painting. I'm not so sure though. And of course, the ever so handy dandy trash chute, so your Sims do not have to go all the way downstairs just to be able to dispose of their trash. So actually, I built a couple of apartment buildings back then for Bridgeport, I believe. Or no, there's a Bridgeport apartment that does not have a trash chute. So I was like, what the hell? How the hell are we freaking gonna get rid of all this trash? But yeah, just scrolling around to see all the interesting stuff that we can look out and all the views and stuff. So yeah, right now I'm gonna be doing the shop fronts. And yeah, it's going to be really interesting. The shops are going to be very similar to what we have on the marketplace on the other side of the town. So it's really, really French looking, I guess, and all that good stuff. And I'm going to put a couple of windows, which I am also going to color some green. Same green, so it looks like it comes from the same place. So yeah. And let's see here, we have the bottom floor where I tried to put a shop front, but I was like, okay, you know what, we do not need a shop front. That area is going to be a unit all on itself. So I didn't see the reason why we would put a shop front. So why would we would put a shop front? So I was like, you know what, fuck it, we don't need it, and let's just put it on the other side over here. And yeah, it's black though, which I think is really, really classy color. And yeah, so far that is what it looks like. And don't you guys worry, there's still a couple of minutes to go. And okay, I'm doing the planter boxes that we have here. Really love this detail. I first saw this being used in, like, I believe it is the French bakery venue, the luxurious bakery, I don't know. But yeah, pretty much I copied, I borrowed I got some ideas from that pretty much. And I think it's really awesome. I'm going to be placing it in many of the lots, and I'm going to be building all throughout this series, so you guys should definitely watch out for that. I'm particularly fond of the plant box on both sides because they have plants, legit plants, you guys. The plants that came with the base game. There's a couple of pear trees over there and a couple of nice little different trees that I will be talking more about later. But right now I'm doing the fence, just so, if it's a residential area, they really need to have a proper fence so that their property does not get compromised and all that good stuff. So there is a fence on all over the area, and only in the front does the fence take the color of the facade of the house that it's attached to. On the side, it takes the color of the pavement, and you guys can see me just painting them grasses all over. And yeah, tried to do some decorations on the outside over here, but in the end I was like, you know what, freaking never mind, we don't need it. And yeah, I believe, we just put some nice little trees on that side. I was like, okay, it really doesn't work like that, and I ended up deleting it. What a waste of time. You know what, whatever. That's what we get. That's what you guys get when you watch a video of an indecisive guy. Really, really difficult to make decisions. I'm such a perfectionist, and I really want this world to go well. I particularly like that detail of the pointy plants. I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. This area has some trees that I'm going to be changing later on to different kinds. So you guys, and also the fence will be changed as well. So brace yourselves. Unfortunately, some parts of the video I wasn't able to see because I did change them right after I recorded the parts that I did, but those are minor changes anyway, so you guys don't have anything to worry about. The fence that I'm going to be placing here are these ones from Into the Future, and they have some really nice yellow flowers. I thought they were perfect because I don't need to make any effort into pretty much making it all pretty, putting some plant boxes, putting some flower boxes, and all that good stuff. I did place some nice little outdoor lights. Really, really happy with it. And also, I believe it's time for me to work on the back as well. There's going to be a nice large tree over there in the back. And okay, what am I doing? Okay. If you guys hear that zoom sound, the train outside my house is making a freaking racket, so I apologize for that. The LRT in Manila, Philippines. I thought you guys were interested. And we have this area over here out back where your Sims can pretty much relax, try to take a breather from all the crazy stuff in life and just enjoy a type of meditation, I guess. And I'm going to put some lights over there, and the final touches that I'm going to be making are placing some by debug objects that came with late night. Those are going to be the ones that determine the use for the space. So one is going to determine the empty room, or like empty, what is it called? So I'm not going to be doing an overview of this house because there's going to be several of these houses that I'm going to be building. So yeah, I'm going to be doing an overview of several houses all at once, and you guys did see how it looks like on the interior anyway. So that is going to be it for this video. I just want to thank you so much for watching. I'm Freezer Bunny. Watch out for some more house building videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.